The greatest fear of any buyer in this market is paying too much. And I have to imagine if you're in the market right now, that is absolutely top two on what you're concerned about. The other thing, inventory. Hey, this is Ron Wysakarski at Wise Home Team Realty, and I want to talk about paying too much in this market. It's not really news anymore because we've been talking about it for the last few weeks, but I believe that there is a buying opportunity in the month of October. We know that the schools are back in session, but that's definitely slowed some people down. We know some people are waiting to see who gets elected, and COVID's still lingering in the background, although lessening, at least I think it is. These are all things that would cause the market to slow down a little bit and listings to linger on the market just a little bit. And those sellers that have been on the market since August, September that didn't sell as fast as I thought they were going to, some really need to sell. Not everybody's selling because it's pure speculation. A lot of people are selling because it's time to move. Some of those sellers actually bought the home that moved out, and they went from a fully furnished home to a vacant one. And right now they're thinking that closing might just be a really good idea because now they've got ongoing mortgage expenses and taxes and insurance, and that's not the sort of thing that they want. So I believe that if you're worried about paying too much, this is the exact month you should be out taking a look to see the available inventory, especially ones that have been on the market for, 60, 90 days, 120 days. Those sellers may be fatigued, and they may be worried that they missed the market. Now, I don't think that this is going to last forever, and I do believe that the market will pick up as we get towards the end of the year, at least what the leading indicators say. If you're worried about paying too much, let's peel it back to last year. You see, last year, in the month of September and October, a lot of people signed one-year leases because they were exhausted from the 2019 market where it was fever pitch and multiple offers and losing out on homes and no inventory. And so people just said, you know what, I'll just punt for a year and we'll come back next year when the prices are better. Oops, prices are up 7-8% and the rates are lower this year. So you've got more purchasing power, but you're going to pay more. And by the way, a year of renting, at $1,500 a month, that's like 18 grand that you'll never see again, at least, plus the cost of a move. So you're in for 20 grand because you helped somebody else pay for their property, and the prices went up quite a bit. I don't think you're going to make all that back up in 1 year, but if you're worried about paying too much, you might have been worried about it last year. What do I see right now? Interest rates that start with a 2. So long term, that's going to save you a ton of money as inflation inevitably creeps into our lives. That 2% is going to look really good, or maybe it's 3%, but that's still like where the cost of living is. So, what is paying too much? Sometimes the list price is a great price, but if you're looking for money off the list price, I would really be looking beneath the surface right now and looking for properties that have been on the market lingering for 90 plus days, and sellers worried that they're missing the market. This could be your window of opportunity. Now, how do you make sure that you're not paying too much? Study the comps. And it's not just about looking at Zillow. Those numbers are just a computer algorithm. They change constantly. So I would not rely on online evaluations. I'd look at evidence. Speak with your agent about seeing the sold comps for properties that were like yours in neighborhoods like the ones that you want to purchase. And once you have those comps, it's going to give you a great indication of what other buyers and sellers have agreed was a good price. That's every deal. Buyers and sellers have to agree. Let's get the evidence. And let's see what properties have sold for. If the home that you're looking for, one just like it, just sold for $250, and you can get for $248 or $245 this month, I don't know, that's enough for a cruise. Well, we can go cruising someday. It's just relative. What are you looking to save? Are you looking to save money on the price of the home? Or are you looking to save yourself from renting for the next year? Or just preventing a move to a place that you'd rather be in? Too many people linger in a home that they'd rather not be in, either because they can't find the perfect one. And by the way, the one that you bought, if you really think back, it probably wasn't perfect when you bought it. Rarely, and I mean rarely, does somebody get everything on their list every time they buy it. Maybe they get 4 out of the 5 top things that they wanted, but it's rare that you get everything. Chances are the one you're in right now was a bit of a compromise back then, and maybe you make a few compromises on this one. But sometimes a great deal is getting away from the place that you're currently in, not because it was a bad place, but the time is done when that place. Getting to the place that you want to be in, that could be the best deal of all because it brings happiness and you get to be in the space that's just right for today. And that's just a little bit of a take on What is the best price? Sometimes it's your own opportunity cost. If you're preventing yourself from being in a space that you would rather be in, or a neighborhood, or an area, or a beach house that you'd rather be in, what is that worth? Well, if you have comments, please put them below. Subscribe. This is Ron Wysokarski, Wise Home Team Realty, with some tips for my friends about getting the right price.